Hello students, welcome back to Effortless Chemistry. Already we have started group 15 of the P block elements, and in the last session we have discussed up to the preparation and properties of the dinitrogen. Now we will discuss an important compound of the nitrogen, that is ammonia. So we will discuss ammonia. What is the formula of the ammonia here? This is NH3. First point, we will discuss preparation of ammonia. Preparation of ammonia. In the small quantities, it is prepared by the hydrolysis of the urea. First method, all right, from urea. Just by the hydrolysis of the urea, we can prepare the ammonia. We just concentrate here how to write the reactions involved. Very simple logic is there behind that one. First, I will write urea. This is the formula of urea is what? NH2CO NH2. It is C double bond O NH2. This on hydrolysis with water. What is hydrolysis? The reaction with water is nothing but what? Hydrolysis here. Okay. Now you see here carbon, nitrogen, and this is carbon and nitrogen it is. So carbon is electropositive, nitrogen electronegative, and this nitrogen is electronegative. Just I will split this molecule into positive and negative parts. Here also same thing, hydrogen electropositive, plus charge, this is plus charge, okay, and this is negative, this is minus 2, okay. So we will split the molecule into positive and negative part. Simply here positive part react with negative and this positive react with what? Negative. Wherever negative is there, you add positive part. This is H plus, this H plus you add here, NH2 minus H plus ammonia, NH2 minus H plus, this is again ammonia. You add oxygen here, it become as what? CO2. So what is the product you can write here? Ammonia, ammonia, CO2. So that the product obtained is 2 moles of ammonia plus CO2. This is what you can write the reaction. Okay. Suppose for the same reaction, if I take 2 moles of ammonia, I'll write here same thing. This is a urea, NH2, CONH2. With this one, I will take 2 moles of water like this. Okay. So this is again positive, negative, and negative. So again this also you split into positive, positive, and this is what? Negative part. 2 oxygens are there and 4 hydrogens are there. You add 2 hydrogen here, that is 2H plus here, and remaining 2H plus here, and you add remaining 2 oxygen here. Okay. Here 2 oxygens are there. That negative reacts with positive, and this negative reacts with what? Positive. Positive you add towards the negative, and this positive reacts with negative. Oxygen you add here. Okay. What it become as? NH4 plus. This is NH4 plus, and this become as what? CO3 minus 2. Therefore, first there is a formation of what here? Ammonium carbonate. 2 times of ammonium ion here, and one is what? Carbonate ion is there. So this is NH4 twice CO3. This is ammonium carbonate. This ammonium carbonate on further heating, it gives what here? 2 moles of ammonia, H2O and CO2. From this one you write 2 moles of ammonia plus remaining 2 hydrogen here. 2 hydrogen combines with 1 oxygen to form water plus CO2. So first there is a formation of what? Ammonium carbonate. This is what? The preparation of ammonia from the urea. Simply by the hydrolysis of urea, you can prepare ammonia. This is ammonia. You will get it. This is the first method of preparation of ammonia in the small quantities. Next method. Now, the second method is from ammonium salts. Second one, from ammonium salts. Just by treating the ammonium salts with a base like caustic soda or lime, we can prepare the ammonia. For example, first one I will take ammonium salt. It may be ammonium chloride. This ammonium chloride on treating with lime water, nothing but it is calcium hydroxide. This we will call it as lime water we call it as. Now these two on reaction, what happens here? Again a simple logic is there to write the reaction between them, positive and negative part. This is NH4 plus and this will be Cl minus, and this is what here, calcium plus 2, and this is minus 1. The simple logic is positive reacts with negative and this positive reacts with negative here. Okay, what will be this one? This will be CaCl2 plus NH4 plus OH minus. What it will become? NH4OH. 2 times of OH minus is there. Okay, so you have to take 2 times of ammonium ion. You have to multiply this one by what? 2 here. So that you will get 2 times of NH4OH. This NH4OH, further on heating, water is eliminated. It gives what here? 2 moles of ammonia plus 2 moles of water. Always you keep in mind, ammonia is what here? NH3. This on treating with water, it become as what here? NH4OH. Again, this on heating gives what here? This gives NH3 plus water. So 1 mole of NH4OH on heating gives what? 1 mole of ammonia, 1 mole of H2O. Similarly, 2 moles of NH4OH gives 2 moles of NH3 and 2 moles of water here. Okay. Next one, I'll take ammonium sulfate, NH4 twice SO4. This on treating with caustic soda. NaOH is nothing but what? Caustic soda. Okay. So again you have to split it into what? Positive and negative parts like this. This is plus and this is minus. Okay. Then this is plus 1 and this is what? Minus 2. Plus reacts with minus and this plus reacts with what? Minus again. So this one reaction gives what here? NH4OH, NH4 plus, and this is OH minus. This is what? Na2SO4. Na2SO4 plus NH4OH. 2 moles I will write because here 2 moles of ammonium ion is there. So to get 2 moles of OH minus ion, this must be multiplied with 2. Automatically sodium also balanced here. Na2 2 times of Na. Further, this one on heating gives what here? 2 moles of ammonia plus 2 moles of water. This is the simple method for the preparation of ammonia. These are also called as laboratory method of preparation of ammonia. In the small quantities, it is prepared from the hydrolysis of urea or from the ammonium salts. Next, we will discuss a very important method for the preparation of ammonia, that is a large scale preparation of ammonia by the Haber's process. The question number 20 from the P block, maximum time they will ask the preparation of ammonia by the Haber's process. This is very important question for the 3 mark. We will discuss that one. That is third method, that is a large scale preparation of ammonia. Nothing but we call it as manufacture of ammonia by Haber's process. Okay, the question will be like this: write the reaction involved in the Haber's process and write optimum condition for the maximum yield of the ammonia. They will ask it for the 3 mark. First we will write the reaction, that is nothing but the equation. Very simple equation is there. 1 mole of nitrogen combines with 3 moles of hydrogen to give 2 moles of ammonia. This is being exothermic reaction. Delta H value for this one is minus 46 kilojoule per mole. This reaction is what? Exothermic. The reaction is being exothermic. For every 1 mole of the ammonia formed, 46 kilojoule per mole of the energy is released here. Okay, this is the reaction involved in the Haber's process. 1 mole of nitrogen combines with 3 moles of hydrogen, giving 2 moles of ammonia. This is very simple reaction. This is a gas, and this also gas, and this also gas. Since it is being a reversible reaction, it will take place in what? Closed vessel here. So that we can apply the Lee-Kettler principle for this one. It's being a reversible reaction which achieves the equilibrium position here. So by applying Lee-Kettler principle, we can write some optimum condition to get the maximum yield of the ammonia. We will write that optimum condition. optimum condition for the maximum yield of ammonia. Okay, first one we will write temperature. Since the reaction is being exothermic, always the low temperature favors what? Forward reaction. If the reaction is exothermic, low temperature favors the forward reaction, high temperature favors what? Backward reaction. So in order to get the maximum yield of the ammonia, we have to maintain the low temperature. But there is a problem. If you maintain the low temperature, this N2 is not reactive at the low temperature, because the reactivity of N2 is very less because of its triple bond. So that we cannot maintain the extreme low temperature to carry the reaction. That's why an optimum temperature of what? Nearly equal to 700 Kelvin temperature must be maintained in order to get the maximum yield of the ammonia. Next one, pressure. What is the effect of pressure on the equilibrium of the reaction? Already we know that according to Lee-Kettler principle, whenever a reaction at the equilibrium is subjected to increase in the pressure, the reaction will always move from higher number of moles to the lower number of moles. Here 4 moles of gas is there and here only 2 moles of gas is there. That's why pressure will increase this side and it will move in the forward direction. That's why you have to maintain a high pressure, that is pressure equal to 200 atm, 200 atmospheric pressure you have to maintain, along with small amount of Al2O3 plus K2O to increase the speed of reaction. This much you have to write it for 3 marks. First you have to write the equation involved, you have to write the delta H value, then you have to write the optimum condition to get the maximum yield of the ammonia. This is what the preparation of ammonia, that is on large scale preparation of the ammonia by the Haber's process. Next we will go for properties of the ammonia. Now we will discuss the properties of ammonia. Properties of ammonia. First we will discuss the shape and hybridization of the ammonia molecule. Already I have done a video on the VS-EPR theory and hybridization. I have explained a simple trick to find the shape of the molecule and hybridization of the molecule based on the number of lone pair and bond pairs present in the molecule. That video, it is there in the I button. If you click on that one, you will get that video. You just go through that one. Okay. So in this one, what happens in case of ammonia molecule, which is the central atom, nitrogen is the central atom. In this one, since it belongs to group 15, 5 valence electrons are there in the nitrogen. Out of the 5 valence electron, 3 electrons are utilized for the bond formation with the 3 hydrogen atom, and remaining 2 electrons, they are available as the lone pair of electron. That's why this molecule ammonia, it has what? 3 sigma bond plus 1 lone pair of electron. Total is 4, means it is having what? sp3 hybridization. So sp3 hybridization means what it is? The arrangement of the bond pairs is what here? If 4 bonds are there, means the molecule is having what? Tetrahedral shape. But here this molecule is having what? 3 sigma bond and 1 lone pair. In this one, 1 bond pair has been replaced by what? Lone pair of electron, like this. Due to increased repulsion among lone pair and bond pair, here bond angle decreases to what? 107. So that this is having what? Pyramidal shape with the 3 sigma bond and 1 lone pair of electron. These are the 3 hydrogen atoms. So this ammonia molecule has pyramidal shape and its hybridization is what? sp3, and the bond angle is equal to, almost nearly equal to what? 107. Okay, this is what the shape and hybridization of the ammonia molecule. Next point, all right, you can see here this nitrogen is having what? Smallest size, and it is highly electronegative in the nature. Already we know that the highest electronegative element like fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen, they will form a hydrogen bond with the hydrogen. The electrostatic force of attraction that exists between the hydrogen and the more electronegative element, that will be called as what? Hydrogen bond here. Due to small size and high electronegativity of the nitrogen atom, it is forming what? Hydrogen bond. Okay, so because of this small size and high electronegativity of the nitrogen atom, ammonia molecule is involved in the intermolecular hydrogen bonding in the liquid as well as in the solid state. Hence, it is having highest melting point and boiling point among the hydrates of the group 15 here. Due to small size and high electronegativity of nitrogen atom, ammonia molecule is involved in intermolecular hydrogen bonding in a solid state, in a solid and liquid state. Hence, it has high melting point and boiling point it is. So, this ammonia molecule, I will show the intermolecular hydrogen bonding that is existing between the ammonia molecule. Suppose if I take, this is one ammonia molecule, okay, this is your nitrogen, to which 3 hydrogen atoms are connected, and another hydrogen molecule I will write here. So, these are the 3 hydrogen atoms which are connected to the nitrogen like this. So, this is a electronegative, partial negative, this is electropositive hydrogen, partial positive charge. Now, the force of attraction that exists between the highly electronegative nitrogen and the hydrogen atom, this is called as what? Hydrogen bonding. Since this hydrogen bonding exists between the 2 molecules of ammonia, that is called as what? Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Due to presence of this intermolecular hydrogen bonding, the force of attraction that exists between the ammonia molecule, it increases. That's why it is having highest melting point and boiling point here. Okay, this is what the formation of hydrogen bonding in the ammonia. So, always you keep in mind, ammonia molecule is involved in the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Because of that, it is having high melting and boiling point. Next point. So, due to formation of hydrogen bonding, ammonia is highly soluble in water. Ammonia is highly soluble in water due to its ability to form hydrogen bonding with the water. Ammonia is highly soluble in water due to its ability to form hydrogen bonding with water. So, we can see the hydrogen bonding present between the ammonia molecule and this water molecule. See here, this is nitrogen is electronegative element and this is the water H2O, and the hydrogen is electropositive. Again, there is a formation of what? Hydrogen bonding between the ammonia molecule and water molecule. Because of this, what happens? Ammonia is soluble in the water. Okay, this is okay. You can take this is a partial negative charge. This is what the formation of hydrogen bonding with the water. Next point, this ammonia is colorless gas. Ammonia is colorless gas with pungent odor. Okay. The next point is the basic property of the ammonia. Always you keep in mind, this ammonia acts as what? Lewis base, because In case of ammonia molecule, this nitrogen is being central atom. It is having 5 valence electron. Out of the 5 valence electron, already we know that the 3 valence electrons are utilized for the bond formation, and these 2 electrons are present in what? The s orbital. Those are existing as lone pair of electron. So after the bond formation with the hydrogen, this nitrogen is having one lone pair of electron on itself. Due to presence of the lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen, this ammonia acts as Lewis base. Already in the class 11 we have discussed what is a Lewis base. A species which can donate a pair of electron is called as what? Lewis base. So here, due to presence of lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen, this ammonia acts as what? A very good Lewis base. Keep in mind, the basic property of the ammonia is due to presence of lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen atom. So by donating its lone pair of electron, it acts as what? Lewis base here. For example, we will write this one first. First point, due to presence of lone pair of electrons on nitrogen atom, ammonia acts as a Lewis base. A Lewis base is a species which gives its lone pair of electron. This ammonia shows basic property by donating its lone pair of electron towards the proton or by accepting a proton. For example, suppose if I take this is a ammonia, lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen atom, and here I will take one hydrogen atom. In the hydrogen, one electron is present. Suppose if I make it as H plus ion, so that I will remove this electron, it is having vacant orbital. This ammonia, it donates a lone pair of electron towards the proton. There is a formation of what? Coordinate bond. Now it will form what? NH4 plus. This is a coordinate bond with hydrogen. Remaining 3 bonds with the hydrogen is what? Simple covalent bonds are there. Then whenever nitrogen forms a 4th bond, always it gets what? A formal charge on itself, that is plus charge. You can write it like this also, or else you can write it like this. The plus charge is on the nitrogen. This is the formal charge here. Okay. So by accepting this proton, it acts as what? Lewis base. Next reaction we will write. Ammonia being basic in nature, it will react with acids to form ammonium salts. For first one we will write this ammonia reacts with HCl to form ammonium chloride, so that with HCl this ammonia gives thick white fumes. Already you have done it in the practical. Okay. Next one, this will react with 2 moles of ammonia, reacts with H2SO4 forming ammonium sulfate, NH4 twice, SO4. This is what? The basic property of the ammonia. One question they will ask, what happens to the basic property of the ammonia when ammonia is dissolved in the water? The basic property of the ammonia decreases when it is dissolved in water, because see here, suppose this is the ammonia, here lone pair of electrons are there. This on treating with water, what it forms here? NH4OH, that is nothing but NH4 plus and OH minus. Now you see here, the lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen are involved in the bonding. Lone pair of electrons are not present here. Always you keep in mind, the basic property of the ammonia is what? Due to the presence of lone pair of electrons. Whenever it is added to the water, as the lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen are involved in the bonding, they are not available for the basic nature. So when it is added to the water, the basic nature of the ammonia decreases. That's why NH4OH, aqueous ammonia is weak base. And simply if you take ammonia, this is a strong base. Okay. So what is your answer? When NH3 is added to the water, its basic property decreases as the lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen, they are involved in the bonding. This is one point. Okay. That is a basic property of ammonia decreases when it is added to water, because lone pair of electrons are involved in bonding. Okay, this is what the basic property of the ammonia. The next point is reactions of aqueous ammonia. Okay, aqueous ammonia is nothing but what? NH4OH. Ammonia plus water gives what here? NH4OH. You have to take here. So this aqueous ammonia, it precipitates a metal ion from the aqueous solution of their salt. For example, if I take the reaction of FeCl3 with aqueous ammonia is nothing but what? We'll write NH4OH. Okay, yes. Now tell me, this will be plus 3, this is minus 1, split this one like this is plus 1 and this is minus 1, plus reacts with minus and this plus reacts with minus. What will be the formula? Fe plus 3 and OH minus 1. This is nothing but ferric hydroxide, FeOH 3 times, plus what you will get here? NH4 plus and Cl minus. This is NH4Cl. Here what happens here? 3 times of chlorine is there, only one ammonia is there, ammonium ion, so that it is multiplied with 3 times. You will get 3 times of ammonium chloride and 1 ferric hydroxide. So whenever aqueous ammonia is treated with FeCl3, it gives a brown PPT of ferric hydroxide. This is also written as Fe2O3 and X times of water. This is also nothing but brown PPT. In some book they will give like this. Okay, there is a formation of brown PPT. Next one, the reaction of zinc sulfate with aqueous ammonia, that is NH4OH. Again the same thing you take, this is Zn plus 2, this is minus 2, and again this is what? Plus 1 and minus 1, plus reacts with minus and this plus reacts with minus here. This is Zn plus 2, OH minus 1, there is a formation of what? Zinc hydroxide, ZnOH 2 times, and then this is what here? NH4 plus and SO4 minus 2. This formula will be, you have to interchange the charges, that is nothing but ammonium sulfate is formed. So here what happens? 2 times of ammonium ion, so this multiplied with what? 2 times. This zinc hydroxide is what here? White PPT. Zinc hydroxide is white PPT. This is the reaction of aqueous ammonia with FeCl3 and zinc sulfate. With FeCl3 it gives a brown PPT, and with the zinc sulfate it gives what? White PPT. Next property, next one is complex formation. Complex forming tendency of the ammonia with the metal ions. Already we know that there is a presence of lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen atom. Due to presence of lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen atom, this ammonia donates a lone pair of electron towards the vacant orbital of the metal ion. Suppose if I take, this is the metal ion, it is having some charge, I will take N plus. So this metal ion which is having a vacant orbital, towards the vacant orbital of the metal ion, this ammonia donates a lone pair of electron. What type of the bond is formed here? Whenever a lone pair of electrons are given towards the vacant orbital, this is a special type of covalent bond. We know that this is a coordinate bond, or we call it as dative bond. So this ammonia donates a pair of electron towards the vacant orbital of the metal ion to form the complex compound. Okay, so this metal ion is from the D block element. We will take a transition metals, they will form a complex with the ammonia, since they are having vacant d orbitals here. Always you keep in mind, the bond is formed from what? Ammonia to the metal ion. This is the coordinate bond. This ammonia, it is also called as what? Ligand. Ligands are nothing but the species which gives a lone pair of electron towards the vacant orbital of the metal ion. Lewis bases are nothing but the ligands. You will learn it in the coordination compound topic. Due to presence of lone pair of electrons on nitrogen, ammonia donates lone pair of electrons towards vacant orbitals of metal ion to form complex compound. Now this tendency of the complex formation is used to detect the metal ions. We will see that one. First one, very important, that is detection of copper plus 2 ion. This copper plus 2 ion in the aqueous medium, it is having blue color. This on treating with ammonia, 4 moles of ammonia I will take. This ammonia molecule, nitrogen is having lone pair of electron, and this metal ion having what? Vacant orbital. These lone pair of electrons are given towards what? Vacant orbital of the metal ion, so that there is a formation of complex compound, that is a complex ion is formed, Cu NH3 4 times, and the oxidation state of copper plus 2 written as it is because it is neutral. That is a tetramine copper plus 2 ion. In the aqueous medium, this complex is formed, and this complex is having deep blue color. This complex is having what? Deep blue color. So this copper plus 2 ion, after the formation of complex, it forms what? Deep blue color. Before the formation of this complex, it is having blue color. So the formation of the deep blue color confirms the presence of what? Copper plus 2 ion. The formation of deep blue color confirms the presence of copper plus 2 ion. Simply, in the aqueous medium, copper plus 2 ion is having blue color. After adding ammonia, it will form a complex with ammonia. That complex is having deep blue color. If there is a formation of deep blue color, that confirms what? The presence of copper plus 2 ion. Now we will see here what is the electronic configuration of the copper. Copper is nothing but 3d10 and 4s1. In the plus 2 oxidation state, copper plus 2 will write. In the plus 2 oxidation state, this is a copper plus 2 means this is a 3d9 and this is 4s0 and this is 4p orbitals are also vacant here. Now see here, 4 vacant orbitals are present here. Okay, in the d9 configuration means here 9 electrons are present like this. Okay, 4 vacant orbitals are there. Towards these 4 vacant orbital, each ammonia donates one lone pair of electron like this. This is one lone pair from ammonia, it is donated, another lone pair donated, another lone pair donated like this. Total, it will form 4 coordinate bonds with the copper plus 2 ion, so that how many ammonia molecules are attached to the copper plus 2 ion, they are written in the square bracket, and it is totally considered as single entity here. Okay, in this way, this ammonia molecule donates lone pair of electron towards the vacant orbital of the metal ion to form the coordinate bond, and once the coordinate bond is formed, they will form a complexities. This is how the copper plus 2 ion is detected. Next one, you can write this reaction like this also. This is the copper sulfate solution. This is the aqueous medium, aqueous solution of copper sulfate. This is having a blue color. To this copper sulfate solution, if you add ammonia, here already copper is in the plus 2 oxidation state. This is a SO4 minus 2, and here ammonia is having lone pair of electron. Copper plus 2 is having what? Vacant orbital, 4 vacant orbital, as we have seen already, so that these lone pair of electrons are given towards the vacant orbital. How many ammonia molecules are there here? 4 ammonia molecules. They are giving lone pair of electrons towards the copper plus 2 ion, so that it will form a complex with Cu NH3 4 times. Again there is a formation of complex with ammonia, and this SO4 minus 2 ion, to balance this plus 2 charge, it is written outside. Okay, this is the aqueous medium. So this complex is having what? Deep blue color. Again, deep blue color. Okay, simply this is only ionic equation. You can write it like this also. Next one, detection of Ag plus ion. Same thing. This Ag plus ion is again, it is having tendency to form a complex with ammonia molecule, because this Ag plus ion again it is having what? Vacant d orbital. So this Ag plus ion in the aqueous medium, it is colorless. This on treating with Cl minus ion, aqueous chlorine, it will form what? White PPT of AgCl. Already we know this one. White PPT of AgCl is formed. This is a solid, which on further treating with ammonia, which on further treating with what? Aqueous ammonia, again it will form a complex with ammonia, because this is what? Ag plus 1 and this is Cl minus 1, because this is what? Ag plus 1 and this is Cl minus 1. This metal ion is having what? Vacant d orbital, and again these lone pair of electrons are present on the nitrogen. They are given towards what? Vacant orbital of the Ag. So there is a formation of a complex again which is colorless. This is Ag, 2 times of ammonia. We will write a complex in this square bracket. Then this is a plus 1 charge outside. To balance this positive charge, we will write Cl minus, and this complex is formed in the aqueous medium, and this is having colorless. This is called as a diammonium silver chloride. First, Ag plus ion is colorless. On treating with Cl minus, it will form a white PPT of AgCl, that is a solid, which on further treating with ammonia, it forms what? A colorless complex. So from these changes, we will detect the Ag plus ion. Alright, that sentence here. Ag plus ion in the aqueous medium. Ag plus ion is colorless, which on treating with Cl minus ion in the aqueous medium, it forms white PPT of AgCl, which on further treating with ammonia forms colorless complex. Of diammonium silver chloride, silver chloride. The last one will go for uses of ammonia. So the uses of ammonia is, this ammonia is used in the manufacture of nitrogenous fertilizer like urea, ammonium nitrate and ammonium sulfate, and even it is used in the preparation of inorganic compound like HNO3 and NaOH, and liquid ammonia is used as what? Refrigerant. These are the uses of the ammonia. So preparation, properties and uses of the ammonia. Okay, thank you for watching.